of course, some sustainability from the Holy Healing, but I don't know how it pans out, especially now we see that the Sicilian is going to be the last pick to secure that team fight, that composition coming in from Omega.
Well, now that we have seen both team compositions, we can see that Smart Omega is going for a very late game scaling lineup. They know that with the Xavier and Beatrix from EVO's SG, they can actually take their time and scale up because that is exactly what their opponents want to do as well. Now that we're preparing to enter the land of dawn, burn this sight into your eyes. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we could very well be looking at the swan song of EVO's SG. Will they be able to prevent themselves being knocked out of the competition? Only time shall tell.
All stakes on the line here as we go into maybe the final match, EVO's match to prove here, up against the defending champions, Smart Omega. Smart Omega once again on the blue side and EVO's taking the red.
That's a huge question that I want to ask as well. Like, why have they opted for that same position in the drafting as well?
It's a good question, and one that honestly we can't really provide a good answer to, because ordinarily you would think that, alright, they've lost on this side multiple times. EVO's SG especially should want to swap positions, but I do think that they're more comfortable here because they want to be in a position where they can counter Omega's draft. Instead, complete scaling composition will just completely blow them out of the water.
Here though, with a Phantom Execution chasing down E2max and manages to get his first blood, but they react, they try to respond though, and Sayla with that Dawning Light manages to help to disengage the fight. EVO's SG have the priority to start contesting objective.
A really good trade here for the side of EVO Singapore. One, you're preventing E2max from scaling too fast in that early game, and two, you're creating space for your own team to be able to get this objective. But the way that we're seeing it on the map, it does seem like Omega is the one to set up first.
Right now, EVO's, they're nearby. Looks like it is Omega that's going to be the one securing that. Raizen gonna be able to take it away from them, and that is just not...
And early enough, already a Clock of Destiny has been secured for the side of E2max. They are creating such huge space. Will Gear actually try and contest this one?
Right now the turtle's being contested. Gear right on top of it. Dawning Light going to miss. Chakanu somehow the one securing turtle for Omega. And the Sanguine Claw is gonna pull the Lancelot back into the clutches of the rest of the team. As now Nick going to try and run interference. Will disengage for the rest of EVO's.
Yeah, EVO's tried to, I guess, pull a play there. Chaknu pulling off that save onto the turtle. JPL in the mid lane to top that off. Omega has so much ability to engage and disengage from the team fights. Right now, Renzio getting ganked on by 3 members of EVO's SG though, and JPL securing that kill for himself as well as a bottom turret. So some consolation prizes here for EVO's.
For sure, compensation on the board, and that's going to be huge, being able to take these one by one. I think that's a plan B. But wait a minute,
Adamir getting caught out here, has to try to make his way out, but it's not going to be possible as Kelra secures the kill. Sayla comes in with the revenge, and now EVO's SG are looking for Chaknu. They get Chaknu and Gear as well in the back line. Putting out so much EVO's. As we said, consolation prize, they get even more. So I guess this Casca is really working out for them.
Yeah, 3 members taken down for the side of Omega, only traded for 1. It is going to be a Lord on the way though, because Omega were actually in that vicinity. But Raizen here goes in for
anything against Omega, so trading evenly is still going to be beneficial. But the Dawning Light instantly breaks down Renzio alongside Wesker. They take the tier 2 tower though. Here comes Chaknu from the side. He's looking for JPL, but the rest of the team not ready to follow up. They're going for the objectives instead.
Yeah, taking here the mid tier 2 turret already. Omega, the moment they
find him and take him out, because just chunking them to half health before a Lord, that's going to be a huge factor as well.
Yeah, definitely got to play around Sayla, but here comes the engagement. EVO's, they need to run away from Omega as Raizen is now jumping in with Tempest Ablaze.
Gear almost falling as well. Will they be able to clean him up? Down bot side though, Nick is in some trouble. They get 2 kills, 3 kills onto them, a return kill onto Kelra as well, but Raizen racks up a triple for himself through that Adamir. Aggressive plays here with the flicker in, trying to get Chaknu, gets the last hit to close it up, but he gets shut down by E2max and Chaknu, and it's going to be a wipeout on the side of EVO's SG.
Clean cut game coming in from the side of Omega. It was Adamir, the last one standing, but unfortunately, he came out a little too aggressive. Now Raizen and Sayla in a 1v1 situation. Tempest of Blades happens, but the shutdown actually comes to Evo Singapore.
Oh, that looked like that was going to be the end right there. But I think even for now, but you can already see the amount of damage coming out from Raizen, getting a triple kill by himself in the back line. That's not ideal.
Yeah, and I mean, was that a mistake? Because now Raizen isn't here to contest the Lord Evos, though they're still tentative on pulling this trigger here, going to chunk down the damage slowly, and they will be able to secure it for themselves. But now Omega comes in, they want to be able to engage, and the crossbow of 10 procs all onto Gear and manages to put him in a body bag. Sayla is the next target here. Two of them fall, traded out for one E2 max. Evos SG, they get the objective, but they pay the price for it. Adamir in some trouble. Renzio chasing him down. The stun comes through and the kill comes through as well.
That's not good. That's not good. 3 members now have fallen from the side of Evo Singapore. Sure, there is a Lord on the way, and it does seem like JPL is looking for a play. Let's see what he can do.
Ooh, jumping onto the 1-1. They actually managed to pick off Kelra there. So Evo's SG, they're not ready to sit down and roll over just yet, but they're now in a 2v3 situation. Will Omega be able to break straight through? Looks like they're gonna make the wise choice to retreat.
They had the creeps, but you know, this is, as we said, an Omega V2 of sorts. They look super disciplined, going to make the decision to only push when they are 100% confident. Comes up. Raizen finds Gear at the bottom side. 3 members of Omega 4 rotate down to take him down. Gear dashes and tries to make his way out, but it's not going to be enough as he has to bow out of this one. And Omega, they have the numbers advantage now.
1-7-1 is Gear's KDA. He has been taken down 7 times in this 18-minute game. Sure, because he's trying to split the map. So maybe next time, don't rely on Gear to be the ones to do that.
Well, the question is whether or not there will be a next time, because now the final evolution of the Lord might go to the hands of Omega. Dawning Light to try and steal it. Here comes JPL, but Omega in a much better position here.
Yeah, definitely, and they've already secured the Lord for themselves, Omega as well as JPL to boot. So they are having the upper hand here. Once the Lord comes out, this could be the final stand that EVOS SG has to make.
1 member down, a Lord on the way for the side of Omega. It does seem like Evo Singapore are looking for something, but is this going to be a mistake? Raizen here already sniffing those bushes. They don't want to move a single finger right now because that would just definitely really put the nail in the coffin.
That was pushes in the mid lane.
Yeah, even if they didn't get caught there, they might just right now. Sayla doesn't even have his ultimate to be able to help defend this, but there is enough damage from the side of EVOS to quickly clear that Lord out. Omega, unfortunately, somehow didn't have the rest of the waves to be able to make the push.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. JPL, they're looking
Their
at that
base, they cannot afford to take any more risk because, as you mentioned, we are actually reaching their power spike now.
Yeah, it does seem like that's going to be the case here, but JPL may be caught in a bad situation. The Tempest of Blades has been popped up, but look at what is going on.
Well, they actually secure 1 kill already in that engage, and Omega, they're just so quick. Now they're trying to go on Gear, but the Mystic Field will be able to hold them at bay for now.
They're playing so safe. Why? Tell me why, Stafa.
Well, you have to realize that EVO's SG is really good at prolonging these games here, and that's what they're doing. They're clearing up the wave. A fight is starting again, but Nick is taking the brunt of the damage. He's fine. Crossbow of Tang, not quite enough to finish off Sayla, but Kelra is on top of the crystal. They want to end this right now. Nick finally falls after ages. Killing spree going over to Omega, but they do still try to contest this. They don't have a minion wave, though. EVO's SG with this Xavier is good enough to clear up, and he has a lot of damage.
Definitely does. They spent it
and
all
this
on
might be
Nick,
the final stance here once again for the side of Evo Singapore. JPL already looking for a play, scouting vision, but Renzio, I think he knows, man, at this stage, the way that Evo Singapore is playing, they're playing with a pattern, and Omega is so good at reading patterns.
Ooh, that was close. Sayla nearly timing it perfectly for the Lord, and that would have changed.
They would have already gone and pulled the trigger, but they have not so far. They just want to be 100% sure, and maybe this will be it now as they get so much onto Adamir and manage to put him into a body body bag. This is the play that Omega wants right now. Gear in some trouble. Tempest of Blades lay down. Will they able to secure the kill? It is JPL that goes down next, and they run up to the top inhibitor turret just for good measure. They don't have enough minions to be able to push this down, though. They are coming right up now as Omega. They wait this out. They want the close. Gear goes in, but he gets put down. Immortality pop, but not for long. They don't need it because Omega